started. Volume ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ. Okay. Now I will start with that problem. What is that I was telling it in the last class? There was a problem I was talking about. It was 14 marks. An LTI system has an impulse response. H of t is equal to t into u of t plus 10 minus 2t into u of t minus 5 minus 10 minus t into u of t minus 10. Okay, right. So this was the problem I was discussing. So first of all, this problem, so what is that he said is, an LTI system has an impulse response h of t is equal to this equation. Determine the output for each of the following inputs, he said. So one input is x1 of t is equal to delta of t plus 2 plus delta of t minus 5. Second one, x2 of t 2 delta of t plus delta of t minus 5. So what he said is, for both each of the inputs, for this input, what is the output? For this input, what is the output? Since one of this function, these two functions are delta functions, I can use the property. And here, this signal is a ramp signal. Each t is there, no? Multiply by t means it is a ramp signal, but given in terms of step. So therefore, sketching this is a very, very important concept in this problem. Rest of things are very simple. Okay. So what is that we have? First, you sketch this signal. So starting from where? U of t means starting from 0. I am trying to sketch the h of t. Okay. Starting from 0, its value is t. Starting from 0. This is t. Starting from 0, its value is t. Up to what point? Okay. Before that, I will write it in. Okay, right. So what is that we have? H of t is equal to t up to what? 5. So that means t lies between starting from 0 up to 5. Its value is t. Okay, right. Okay. At 5, what will happen is this 10 minus 2t is added to this signal. So what is that we have? So t plus 10 minus 2t. From t ranges from where to where? 5 to 10. 5 to 10. So which is nothing but equal to what? 10 minus t we have. And 10 onwards. So 10 onwards we are going to add this one, right? So 10 minus t plus, minus 10 plus t for t greater than or equal to 10. So minus t plus t gets cancelled. Minus 10 plus 10 gets cancelled. It will be 0. So this is the signal what we have. So this signal is a ramp signal given in terms of step. Okay, right. Now, once you sketch this rest and all is very simple. Starting from where? 0. Starting from 0. 0 to 5, there is a straight line with slope is equal to 1. Intercept is equal to 0. Therefore, it is a passing through origin. This positive slope means increasing. So therefore, at 0, its value is 0. 5, its value is 5. Straight line. Okay. 5 to 10. 5 to 10. 5 to 10, what is the value? 10 minus t, which is equal to 10 minus t. Okay, right. At 5, what is the value? 10 minus 5 is 5. At 10, what is the value? 10 minus 10 is 0. After 10, what is the value? 0. So this is your h of t on the time axis. Okay, right. Once you get this rest and all, we can use it. So first one you take it. So first one is, what is that you said? Let us say you call it as y1 of t. y1 of t is equal to, let y1 of t is equal to h of t convolution with x1 of t, which is equal to h of t convolution with x1 of t means delta of t plus 2 plus delta of t minus 5. Okay, right. Use the property h of t convolution delta of t plus 2 is h of t plus 2. We use the formula x of t convolution delta of t plus t minus t naught, like that. Next, h of t convolution delta of t minus 5, h of t minus 5. That's it. Once you get this, sketch it. That is your y1 of t. Sketch this one, add this two. So what I do is h of t plus 2. That means h of t shifted left by an amount equal to 2 units. H of t shift left by an amount equal to 2 units. That means shift left by 2 units means it will start from minus 2. 0, minus 1, minus 2. Minus 2 to 5 will be shifted left means it will go to 3. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 1 minute, I'll make it small little bit. Okay. Minus 2, minus 3, sorry, minus 2. So this is minus 2, no? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Up to 3. Next, shift left by 2 units. 8, up to 8 only. What will it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up to 8. So this is your h of t plus 2. For this h of t plus 2, add h of t minus 5. Add h of t minus 5. H of t minus 5 means what? This h of t shifted right by an amount equal to 5 units. So that means shifted right by an amount equal to 5 units means what? It starts from 5. So it starts from 5. 3, 4, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So starts from 3. Where it starts? 0. This is h of t minus 5. 1 minute. H of t minus 5. So h of t minus 5 means starts from 5. 4, 5 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 you will get the peak. Once again, h of t minus 5, just it is shifted 10 and up to 15. Up to 15. So its value is equal to 5, right? Add these two, you will get the answer. That's it. So what is that? You can write it. Up to this point, no problem. The reason is what? 0 plus something, something. So as it is, you copy it. So here you will get the maximum value. And up to this point, see, this is 3 to 8 is 5 units. In 5 units, is going to decrease 5 units. So therefore, for every 1 unit is going to decrease 1 unit. So therefore, for up to this point, it is 2 units. So therefore, it's going to decrease by 2 units. If it is decreasing to 2 units means what? It becomes 3. Amplitude will become 3. Now add these two. Okay, right. At 6, what will happen? At 6, what will happen? This is 3 here. 6, its value is what? Increase plus decrease is constant. What level it is constant? We shall check it out. Up to this point, it is constant. Now, what is this one? 1 plus 2 is 3 once again. And next at 7, what will happen? This will become 2, this will become 1. Oh, this will become 2, 1. What will happen? So because 3 units, it is going to increase to 3. So 3, because in 5 units, it is going to increase 5. 5 units, it is going to decrease by 5 units. So therefore, every 1 unit is going to increase or decrease by 1 unit. Now what is that happen? So this will be what? 3 plus 0. So 3 plus 0 is 3. So here also, 5 also it is 3. Here also it is 3. Up to this point, it is 3. Constant. Next is simple. 0 plus something, something. Something will be what? As it is, you copy it from here. This will fetch you 7 marks for you. 5. This is 5. This is 3. Up to what? 8. This is T. And this is 15. And this will be minus 2. And this will be 3. Right? That's how we should do it. This we call it as y1 of t. This is 0, no? y1 of t. That's how we should do it. And one more part, second part, x2 of t. Let us call second part. Let y2 of t is equal to h of t convolution with x2 of t. H of t convolution with x2 of t. That means what he is asking, find the output for each of the inputs. For this input, we got the output. Next, second input, what is the output he is asking? 2 into delta of t. Y of t is y2 of t is equal to h of t into convolution with, sorry, convolution with what? 2 delta of t plus delta of t minus 5, which is equal to y2 of t is equal to 2h of t plus h of t minus 5. Okay, right. Go for this. Two into h of t, 10 times, so double that, amplitude become 10 at the peak. So therefore, 2h of t will be something like this. Where it starts 0, 5, 10, and its value is 10. This is your 2h of t. For this one, I am adding h of t minus 5. Shift right by 5 units. Shift right by 5 units means what? Shift right by 5 units, h of. Okay, right. This is 15, 10, 5. This is h of t minus 5. Add these two. So that will be the required signal. This is time axis. This is time axis. This is also time axis. Add these two. So first part, this one is very easy. 0 plus something, something. Something will go up to 10. Okay, up to 10. Now, decrease plus increase is constant provided amount of increase is equal to amount of decrease. But here it is not like that. Amount, see, between 5 and 10, it is decreased by 10 units. Between 5 and 10, second one is increased by 10 units, 5 units. So therefore, amount of increase is not equal to amount of decrease. Therefore, it is not constant. So therefore, what is that we have? Add it. What is that? 5. At 0 plus 10 is 10. Okay, right. So between 5 and 10, decrease by 10, decrease by 10, increase by 5. Therefore, decrease by 5 up to this point. So decrease by 5 means what? It will be at this point. End points, what is that we have? Go to end points. 0 plus 10 is 10, and this is 5 plus 0 is 5. Next, 0 plus something, something, and something will be what? Decreasing from 5 to 0 between 10 to 15. So therefore, we go as it is. That's it. So therefore, what is that? You can write it 15, and this will be 5. This will be 0. This is your y2 of t. This will fetch you 7 more marks. So that's it. 14 marks for this problem. And the speciality of this problem is here, the sketching of the signal, because ramp is given in terms of step. Carefully you should sketch it and write down like this in this format, then you sketch it. That become very easy. So start with this one, starting from 0, its value is t, and from 5, add these two and you write it. And next, from 10, add these two. Like that, you should do it. That's how we should do the problem. This is one of the standard problems that we have seen. Right. Let us move on to the next problem. Okay. Now let us go for the discrete time convolution problems with system, right? Okay, right. So what is this? Is one another very important problem. It is repeated more than 10 times in the examination. Compute the convolution of x of n and h of n given x of n is equal to alpha to the power of n into u of n, and h of n is equal to beta to the power of n into u of n. Okay, right? And evaluate the output. Evaluate the output for first one, alpha not equal to beta. Second one, alpha is equal to beta. Show that y of n is equal to k1 into alpha to the power of n plus k2 into beta to the power of n into u of n. Okay. Not always they will ask, only this and this, the majority of the papers they have asked, right? Some papers they have asked this way. Your y of n is show that in the form of k1 into alpha to the power of n plus k2 into beta to the power of n into u. In this format we are going to keep it, right? And he has not given any condition for alpha and beta also. Okay, we can. It is a 8 marks, 10 marks question. So generally it is 8 marks. Okay, right. How to do this problem? So first of all, alpha we don't know, and alpha value we assume that magnitude of alpha is less than 1 because its sketching is easy. That's it. Whatever we sketch, ultimately we write it on that one. We write it as alpha only. So if it is less, means u of n means starting from 0, alpha value assuming less than 1, we can get this one. This is alpha to the power of n, provided magnitude of alpha is less than 1. If it is greater than 1, it is increasing. That's it. Other than that, calculation remains same. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on the n axis. This is your x of n. Beta also he has not given, assumed. This is all assumed. Beta also same thing. I'll write it. This also we don't know. Okay, beta to the power of n, variation is beta to the power of n, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you are assuming that magnitude of beta is less than 1. So with that assumption, I am sketching it. Sir, why you are taking less than 1 only? Why not greater than? You can take greater than 1, doesn't matter. But only thing is, you have to increasing. Then I need more space. That's it. Other than that, there is no reduction in the calculation. Everything remains. Answer also remains same, whether it's increasing or decreasing. It will be represented in the form of alpha only. Okay, right. So what is the formula for this convolution? Y of n is equal to what? Y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n, which is equal to y of n is equal to summation k varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of k into h of n minus k. Okay. Same method, both of them are infinite. So if both of them are infinite, we get only two cases. Okay. So how will you get that? X of k. Now I'll write it. X of k. X of k is from where to where? 0 to infinity. 1, 2, 3, so on. This is your x of k. H of minus k. H of minus k is from folded like this. Both of them are time dependent. 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. H of minus k. Don't write it here so that it will be confused. 0th value will be taken as n. Now case number 1. Case number 1 is what? Case 1. N less than or equal, less than 0, equal to don't write it because at 0th element also it will take. Its value is 0. So what is that we have? So it is shifted means what? H of n is replaced by, H of n is replaced, H of n is equal to what? This is your H of n. H of n minus k we will get. This is your H of n minus k. Don't write it here, it will get confused. So therefore directly write H of n minus k. What do you mean by H of n minus k? H of n minus k is replacing H of n by n minus, in the H of n, replace n by n minus k. What will you get? So n by n minus k means H of n minus k is equal to beta to the power of n minus k. Beta to the power of n minus k. Okay, right. So case 1 is what? Y of n is equal to 0. No overlapping. Second case. What is that we have? Increasing. This is 0. This is the overlapped area. Okay, right. This is beta to the power of n minus k. Case 2. Case 2 is what? N greater than or equal to 0. N greater than or equal to 0. Y of n is equal to, what is that? You can write it. Summation k ranges from where to where? 0 to n. What is this variation? Variation is nothing but alpha to the power of k on the k axis. X of n is what? X of n is alpha to the power of n. X of k means what? Alpha to the power of k. This axis become k axis. Okay, right? So on the k axis, n is the shift. On the k axis, n is the shift. Okay, right? Now you multiply it. Case number 2. So this is the overlapped area. So what is that we have? Alpha to the power of k into beta to the power of n minus k. Therefore, y of n is equal to what? Y of n is equal to, see, summation is for k. So therefore, n you can take it outside, no? So beta to the power of n has taken out. And summation k varies from 0 to n. Alpha to the power of k is beta to the power of minus k. Take it to the denominator, beta to the power of k. Therefore, I can write it as alpha by beta whole power k. And formula is available in the last page of your notebook. That I have done it, 7 identities. So those identities are what? Beta to the power of n into 0 to n. A to the power of n is what? A to the power, what is that we have? Alpha by beta. 1 minus alpha by beta whole to the power of n plus 1. N plus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha by beta. So beta to the power of, what is that we have? Formula. Formula is what? Beta to the power of is available. You can check it. Identities, I did it. So y of n is equal to beta to the power of n into, take the LCM, beta to the power of n plus 1 minus alpha to the power of n plus 1 divided by beta minus alpha divided by beta. Sorry, here I did it. What is that? Divided by beta to the power of n plus 1. LCM I have taken. Now what has happened? So this beta will go to numerator. Beta will go to numerator. If beta goes to numerator, beta to the power of n plus 1 you will get. This beta to the power of n, this beta combined together, beta to the power of n plus 1 gets cancelled. So this is the format what you are going to get. Y of n is equal to, okay, multiply numerator and denominator by negative sign. Multiply by minus 1 in the numerator and denominator. What will you get? Alpha to the power of n plus 1 minus beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by alpha minus beta. Because when you multiply by minus sign, this become plus, this become minus. Only rearranging to keep it in the standard format what he has asked. Okay, right. Now what is that you can write it? Y of n is equal to, divide each of them, right? Split it. What will you get? Alpha is there, no? So alpha to the power of n, you keep it. Alpha to the power of 1 divided by alpha minus beta, I can write it, into alpha to the power of n, you keep it as it is. Minus beta to the power of 1 is there, no? That you take it out. Beta divided by alpha minus beta, you keep it as it is, into beta to the power of n. And this is for what? So this is for, what is that we can write it? This is for n greater than or equal to 0. N greater than or equal to 0. This is n greater than or equal to 0. N greater than or equal to 0, we can write it as what? Y of n is equal to, multiply by u of n, alpha divided by alpha minus beta into alpha to the power of n minus beta divided by alpha minus beta into beta to the power of n, whole thing multiplied by u of n. This u of n indicates what? Only for positive value, 0. Before 0, its value is 0. No need to write the summary itself. You can write it as, okay, right. So therefore, what is that you can write it? Or you can give the summary here itself if you want. Y of n is equal to, what is that you can write it? Alpha to the power is equal to 0 for n less than 0, and is equal to alpha to the power of n plus 1 minus beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by alpha minus beta for n greater than or equal to 0. This n greater than or equal to 0 means what? Multiply by u of n. Multiply by what? U of n. So that's it. So this can be written as what? As per his requirement. This is a constant. I can write it as k1 into alpha to the power of n minus k2 into beta to the power of n. Whole thing multiply by what? U of n. That's how we should do it. Carefully you should do the problem. This is one of the very important problem that we have seen in the past. Okay? That's how we should do it. So another examination problem we have here. Find the step response. The question is find the, and okay, one more part is there. Sorry. One more part is evaluate the out. This is the out, what is that? Response for when alpha not equal to beta. Alpha not equal to beta, first case. Second case, when alpha is equal to beta, what will happen? Okay. When alpha is equal to beta, right? So where exactly we can go do this problem? How exactly we can do the problem? So call this equation as equation number 1. Call this equation as equation number 1. There itself we can change. See, if you substitute here, you will get the different answer, right? When alpha is equal to beta, what will happen? 0 by 0 is indeterminate form, it will go. But don't do this one. So go here, you will get the correct answer. So consider the equation number 1. So for alpha is equal to, I'll rub this one. Second part, when alpha is equal to beta, what is your y of n? Same equation, same diagram, don't try, do it separately. Okay, right. That consider that equation, beta to the power of n into, what is that, you can write it, summation k varies from 0 to n, alpha to the power of k, beta to the power of n minus k I have taken from 1. Now, when alpha is equal to beta, what will happen? Y of n is equal to beta to the power of n, let us say, summation k varies from 0 to n, alpha will become beta to the power of k, beta to the power of n minus k. Okay, right. Beta to the power of minus k, beta to the power of k gets cancelled. So then what is left out? Beta to the power of n is left out, which is equal to beta to the power of n into beta to the power of n. What is that? We can write it. Its value is equal to 1 minus beta to the power of n plus 1. Sorry, this is wrong. You have not taken this. From 1 is, there is no beta outside. So this one, here we don't have beta. So as it is we have. So what is that? You can write it. Take out beta to the power of n outside. Beta to the power of n is constant because summation k is varies from 0 to infinity, 0 to n. So therefore, summation k ranges from 0 to n, it is 1. Because beta to the power of n is constant, because k is varying, not n is varying. Therefore, beta to the power of n into, what is that we have? Upper limit minus lower limit, n minus 0 plus 1. B minus, sorry, not upper limit. So the formula is there now, summation a to b, 1 is b minus a plus 1, we have formula. Use this formula. Therefore, what is that? You can write it. Y of n is equal to beta to the power of n into n. So this is for what? Only for positive values, n greater than or equal to 0. N greater than or equal to 0. Before 0, this value is 0. So therefore, this is the answer for when alpha is equal to beta. So alpha is equal to beta, when we take that, don't try to substitute here. If you substitute here, you will get indeterminate form. Go with this equation itself, then it will get the answer easily, right? So that's how we should do it. And don't do it, the sketches and all remain same. Don't do it separately, right? So that's about an important problem on the convolution of discrete convolution. It is the maximum number of times this problem is repeated in the discrete time convolution. And some simplified versions are also, they'll ask on same kind of problems. What are those? We shall go for that. In one of the papers, it is like this. The question is like this. Find the step response. Find step response Find step response. Find step. So find step response is said for an LTI system with impulse response is given by h of n is equal to half to the power of n into u of n. This is a 4 marks question in one of the papers. Step response. When they say it is step response, input you no need to. So when we say it is a step response, input is automatically, it is understood that x of n is equal to u of n, because the meaning of step response is what? Response of a system when for the step input. X of n is equal to what? U of n we said. So now what is that h of n? H of n is equal to what? Now it is half. Half to the power of 0 is 1. Half to the power of 1 is half. Half to the power of 2, 1 by 4. Like this, it is decreasing. No need to write all the values. Just you write the variation as half to the power of n for n. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is your h of n. X of n is what? X of n is 0 to infinity. Up to infinity, its value is 1. And since half to the power of n is there, no need to tell it is less than, automatically it is less than 1. Less than 1 means it is decreasing. That is your x of n on the n axis. 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay. So as this is time dependent, try to keep it this one constant, you shift this one. So therefore, y of n is equal to what? H of n convolution with x of n, which is nothing but equal to summation k varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, h of k into x of n minus k. Since h of n is time dependent, that I'll keep constant. This is independent of time amplitude. So therefore, I am keeping it as second part. So okay, right. Now h of k, same thing with k axis has changed. So this is your k axis, h of k. The variation what we call half to the power of k. This is your h of k. 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. X of minus k. X of minus k is from where to where? 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. X of minus k. Okay, right. So 0th value will be taken as n. So now what is that we have? Case number 1. As long as case 1, this is your x of n minus k. Case 1 is what? N is less than 0. N is less than 0. Y of n is equal to 0. Second one, n. Case 2. N is greater than or equal to 0. Y of n is equal to summation k ranges from 0 to n, and this is 0. Half to the power of k into 1. This is 1 now. Half to the power of k into 1 means half to the power of k, which is nothing but equal to what? What is the formula? A power n. A power n is what? 1 minus half to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus half. That's it. So 1 minus a power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a. So therefore, y of n is equal to 1 minus half to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus half is half. Okay, right? This half will 2 will go to numerator. 2 into 1 minus half to the power of n plus 1. If you want, you can further also you can simplify it. What is that? We can write it. So multiply by 2. 2 minus, if you multiply by 2, what will you get? 2 into, okay, keep it as it is, no much simplification is there. Half to the power of n plus 1. Can take cancel 2 and still will get 2 to the power of minus n. Anyhow, so this is therefore y of n is equal to, y of n summary of it is right, 0 for n less than 0 and is equal to 2 minus 2 into half to the power of n plus 1 for n greater than or equal to 0. That's it. That's how we should do it for discrete time convolution. So one more problem is there, same kind. Instead of this one, so they will give it as alpha. They will give it alpha to the power of n. One examination problem, alpha to the power of n. Okay. And he has given the condition for alpha. Alpha lies between 0 to 1, he said. The meaning of this one is what? Alpha is, what is that? Signal is decaying, less than 1. Less than 1 means it is decaying. Same problem, only values, in place of half you put alpha. So what is that you can write it? This will be alpha to the power of n. Rest and all will remain same. What is that you said? Okay, same problem only. Same thing you do it, everything remains same. Here it will become alpha to the power of k. The diagram remains same. This is alpha to the power of k. And this is alpha to the power of n plus 1, 1 minus alpha. So further we cannot simplify here. That's it. So answer is this much. 1 minus alpha to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. That's it. So instead of half, he has given in another problem as alpha. Some other problem, they may give it as beta. Don't worry about it. Just it's the number. Oh, correct. Another very interesting problem that I have seen, one of the difficult one, I feel. We shall do that. So it was asked once in the examination. Okay, right. So now this is the problem, which was compute y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n, x of n convolution with h of n, given x of n is equal to alpha to the power of n into u of n, and h of n is equal to alpha to the power of minus n into u of minus n. For alpha lies between 0 to 1. That means it is decaying. Just to indicate that it is decaying, he has written alpha to the power of. So less than 1 means it is decay. So x of n is what? X of n is starting from 0. Starting from 0, it is decreasing. This is your x of n. The variation, what do you call? Alpha to the power of n. Second one is alpha to the power of minus n. And what is that we have? Folded version of it, you will get it. Alpha to, what is this one? Alpha to the power of minus n into u of minus n. Okay, how to do that? So what is that you can write it? So this will be exactly same thing, folded version only. Alpha to the variation, what do you call? Alpha to the power of minus n. This is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so on. Okay, right. For negative values. So negative values, what is that we get it? Let us assume that is it correct or not, also we can check it out. Let us say alpha is equal to half. Okay, n is equal to 0. N is equal to 0, half to the power of 0 is 1. Next, n is equal to minus 1. N is equal to minus 1 means what? Minus of minus 1 plus of plus 1. Half to the power of 1 is half. Therefore, it is decreasing. Correct. Like that, we can verify also. So this is your h of n. Now, what is that is asking? Compute the convolution of it, he said. So y of n is equal to what? Anything you shift, it doesn't matter now. Okay, because both of them are time dependent. X of n convolution with h of n, which is nothing but equal to summation k varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of k into h of n minus k. H of n minus k. H of n minus k. So therefore, what is that you can write it? X of k. X of k. Okay, right now what is that you can write it? X of k is what? Alpha to the power of k. 0, 1, 2, 3, so on the k axis. X of k. h of minus k. H of minus k means now we'll have to fold this side. So therefore, what is that we get? And don't write anything here. Just you write h of minus k. This is your x of k. This is zeroth value is what? N. Carefully you should shift it here. Okay, right. So case number one. Case number one is what? As long as n less than 0. Less than or equal to, because no, the answer is not 0, no, we can take equal to also. So therefore, we can write it as h of n minus k. This is n. So what is that we can write it? So this variation, what do you call? Alpha to the power of n is replaced by n minus k in h of n. Therefore, e to the alpha to the power of minus of n minus k. Minus of n minus k, we can write it. Okay, right. Overlap. This is not overlap. This side is overlap. Therefore, this is the overlapped area from 0 to what? 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity, it is overlapping because first one is also up to 0 to infinity. So case number one. Case one is what? Summation k varies from 0 to infinity alpha to the power of k into alpha to the power of minus n plus k. Minus n plus k, we can get it. So which is nothing but equal to what? Alpha to the power of minus n. Alpha to the power of minus n, you take it outside. Summation k ranges from 0 to infinity. What is that? You can write it. Alpha to the power of k into alpha to the power of k is alpha to the power of 2k, which is equal to alpha to the power of minus n. Summation k varies from 0 to infinity alpha square whole to the power of k. Okay. So we can use the formula now. Alpha to the power of minus n into alpha square to the power of k. So this is like a to the power of n. 0 to infinity is, what is that? You can write it. 1 divided by 0 to infinity means what? 1 divided by 1 minus a, we said. So that is nothing but alpha square. This is nothing but equal to alpha to the power of minus n divided by 1 minus alpha square. Okay, right? That's how we should do it. So next one, case number 2. Case 2. Once it is crosses 0, then also we have some value. This is your n. Alpha to the power of minus n plus k. Case 2. Case 2 is what? N greater than or equal to 0. So area is goes on decreasing. 0. N greater than or equal to 0. Y of n is equal to summation k ranges from n to infinity. Summation k ranges from n to infinity alpha to the power of k into alpha to the power of minus n plus k. Therefore, y of n is equal to alpha to the power of minus n, you take it outside. Alpha to the power of k into alpha to the power of k, alpha to the power of 2k. Summation k ranges from n to infinity alpha to the power of 2k, which is nothing but equal to alpha to the power of minus n. Summation k ranges from n to infinity alpha square whole to the power of k. For k to, see, n ranges from k to infinity, we have one formula, you can check it out. In the identities, I did it in the beginning itself. Check it, the formula is given by y of n is equal to, the formula was something like this. I can write it here. Y of n, alpha to the power, a to the power of summation k, n ranges from k to infinity. Alpha a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of k divided by 1 minus a, provided magnitude of a is less than 1. This is the formula what I did it. Check it out. So using this formula, what is that we have? N ranges from k to infinity. Here k ranges from n to infinity. Therefore, what will we get? Alpha square whole to the power of n divided by 1 minus alpha square. In place of a, we have alpha square. So which is equal to alpha to the power 2n, no? So summarize the answer. Y of n is equal to what? Y of n is equal to, what is that we have? Alpha to the power of minus n divided by 1 minus alpha square for n less than or equal to 0. Second one, what is that we have? Is equal to alpha to the power of 2n divided by 1 minus alpha square for n greater than or equal to 0. Okay, right. So that's it. Give the value for n is equal to minus infinity to 0, 0 to infinity. Cases are correct. Magnitude you check it, n is equal to 0. Alpha to the power of 0 is 1. 1 by 1 minus alpha square. Put n is equal to 0. Alpha to the power of 0 is 1. 1 divided by 1 minus alpha square. This is correct. Okay, right? That's how we should do it. Okay, attendance now. Okay, right. So now what is that we have? ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? Now, screenshot ತಗೊಂಡಿರಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. So now what is that we have? So that's how we should do it. This is another important problem that I have seen. Little bit difficult. Okay, go for one more very interesting problem. Same kind only. This is a 7 marks question in the examination. The only thing you should understand the methodology. Identities also you should know it. I gave it in the beginning of the semester itself. In the first module, check it out. Formula is available. All these formulas are very, very important for you. Okay. So another problem. Given the impulse response h of n is equal to beta to the power of n into u of minus n for beta greater than 1. See that less than 1 so far they are given. Greater than 1. Find the response of the system for the input. X of n is equal to, for the input means x of n, I can take it. X of n is equal to u of minus n. So it is a 7 marks question. The examination. So all these things are examination. In the exam, same kind of problems will repeat. Okay, right. Now observe carefully. Beta is greater than 1. Means what will happen to that? Just observe carefully. At 0. So negative side it will start from 0. Beta to the power of 0 is what? 1. Okay, I'll keep it as 1. This side it is increasing or decreasing, we don't know. He said that beta greater than 1. So beta greater than 1, you take some numerical value, you can easily understand. Let us say beta is greater than 1, I'll take 2. Okay. You take minus 1. 2 to the power of minus 1 is half only, no? So therefore it is decreasing. 2 to the power of minus 2, it is 1 by 4. So it is decreasing only. Since it is negative side, even beta greater than 1, it will be decreasing only. This side it is decreasing. But beta greater than 1, when you go from this side, it will be increasing only. So this variation I will call it as beta to the power of n. I will call it as h of n. X of n is from where to where? So original signal, both of them are negative side. So this kind of problems we have seen in the exam. 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, so on, x of n. Since it is a time dependent, try to keep this one constant. This one you shift it. Okay, right. What is that? You can write it. Y of n is equal to h of n convolution with x of n we have, which is nothing but equal to summation k varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, h of k into x of n minus k. Okay. Now, x of k. H of k. First you write h of k. Okay. H of k is as it is, you write it. That variation I'll call it as beta to the power of k on the k axis. 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 4. That is beta to the power of k. That is your h of k. X of minus k. X of minus k means folded version of it. The folded version will go to positive side. 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay, right. So this is your h of minus k. Okay, this is 0th value will be taken as 1. Case number 1 is what? Even though it is already shifted to right side, you start from minus infinity only. So case number 1 is what? n. This is h of n minus k. Case 1 is what? On the k axis. So this is on the k axis. Case number 1 is what? N is less than or equal to 0. What is y of n? Y of n is equal to summation k ranges from where to where? N to 0. This up to 0 only, this is overlapped area. This side it is not there because first signal is ranging from where to where? Minus infinity to 0. This is from where to where? Now overlapped area n to 0. N to 0. What is that we have? Beta to the power of k. Beta to the power of k into 1. This one is 1 only, right? Amplitude is 1 only. Right. So therefore, beta to the power of k. Okay. This is nothing but equal to what? Summation from n to 0 or 0 to n doesn't make any difference now. Summation is nothing but what? Adding. Adding from this side or that side doesn't matter. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 3 plus 2 plus 1 only, no? So therefore, we can write it as, without losing any generosity, we can write it as 0 to n beta to the power of k. This is nothing but equal to what? 1 minus beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus beta. Okay, right. Second case is what? N greater than. This is 0, n. Case 2. Case 2 is what? N greater than or equal to, greater than 0, because answer is 0, no overlapping. Because here this side signal is not there, signal was there in the one. So n greater than 0, y of n is equal to 0. Therefore, y of n is equal to what? 1 minus beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus beta for n less than or equal to 0 and is equal to 0 for n greater than 0. Therefore, r we can write it as r. Okay, what is that we can write? N less than or equal to 0. Minus infinity to 0, 0 to infinity we can write it. At 0, what is the value? N is equal to 0, its value is what? 1 minus beta to the power of n divided by 1 minus beta. So 1 minus beta divided by 1 minus beta is 1, we get it. Okay, right? So at n is equal to 0 means n is equal to 0, only one element is there. Only one element means what? So beta to the power of 0 is 1. 1 into 1 is, answer is 1. N greater than 0, no overlapping, therefore it is 0 only. That's how we can write it. Or another way of representing the same thing is what? 1 minus beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus beta. For n less than or equal to 0 means multiply by u of minus n. See, instead of giving all the range, if you write like this, that is more than sufficient. The reason is what? The reason is n less than or equal to 0 only it applicable. No? N greater than 0 it is 0. So therefore, multiply by u of minus 1. You no need to write all these conditions. It's understood that n less than 0 only it exists. Greater than 0 it is 0. Right? That's how we should do the problem. Right? I'll stop at this point. I'll continue in the next class.